is responsible for enforcing several federal civil rights laws. These federal civil rights laws prohibit discrimination in programs or activities that receive federal financial assistance from the department. Discrimination on the basis of race, color, and national origin is prohibited by Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Sex discrimination in any education program or activity is prohibited by Title IX of the Education Amendments of 1972. Discrimination on the basis of disability is prohibited by Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, and age discrimination is prohibited by the Age Discrimination Act of 1975. Additionally, OCR shares in the enforcement, with the U.S. Department of Justice, of Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, which prohibits disability discrimination by public entities, whether or not they receive federal financial assistance from the department. OCR also enforces the Boy Scouts of America Equal Access Act. Under this law, no public elementary or secondary school or state or local educational agency that provides an opportunity for one or more outside youth or community groups to meet on school premises or in school facilities shall deny equal access or a fair opportunity to meet to, or discriminate against, any group officially affiliated with the Boy Scouts of America or any other youth group listed in Title 36 of the United States Code as a patriotic society. For more information, please see OCR's website at http://ed.gov/OCR. 43rd Annual Report to Congress on the Implementation of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, 2021 Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. To ensure the free appropriate public education of all children with disabilities, Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services, U.S. Department of Education. This report was produced under U.S. Department of Education Contract No. EV-OSC-17-0-0021 with New Additions Consulting, Incorporated. Rich L. Davis served as the contracting officer's representative. The views expressed herein do not necessarily represent the positions or policies of the U.S. Department of Education. No official endorsement by the U.S. Department of Education of any product, commodity, service, or enterprise mentioned in this publication is intended or should be inferred. For the reader's convenience, this publication contains information about and from outside organizations, including hyperlinks and URLs. Inclusion of such information does not constitute an endorsement by the U.S. Department of Education. U.S. Department of Education Miguel Cardona, Secretary, Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services, OSERS. Catherine East, Deputy Assistant Secretary, delegated the authority to perform the functions and duties of the Assistant Secretary for the Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services, Office of Special Education Programs, OSEP. Valerie C. Williams, Director, January 2022. This report is in the public domain. Authorization to reproduce it in whole or in part is granted. While permission to reprint this report is not necessary, the citation should be U.S. Department of Education, Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services, Office of Special Education Programs. 43rd Annual Report to Congress on the Implementation of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, 2021, Washington, D.C. 2022. This report is available on the department's website at http://www.ed.gov/about/reports/annual/OSP. To order copies of this report, write to EdPUBS, Education Publications Center, U.S. Department of Education, P.O. Box 22207, Alexandria, Virginia 22304. Or fax your request to 703-605-6794, or email your request to edpubs@edpubs.ed.gov, or call in your request toll-free to 1-877-433-7827, 1-877-4-ED-PUBS. Those who use a telecommunications device for the deaf, TDD, or a teletypewriter, TTY, should call 1-877-576-7734. If 877 service is not available in your area, call 1-800-872-5327, 1-800-USALEARN, or order online at https://orders.gpo.gov/edu/edupubs.aspx. Availability of alternate formats. Requests for documents in alternate formats such as Braille or large print should be submitted to the Alternate Format Center by calling 202-260-0852 or by contacting the 504 coordinator via email at om_eeos@ed.gov. Notice to limited English proficient persons. If you have difficulty understanding English, you may request language assistance services for department information that is available to the public. These language assistance services are available free of charge. If you need more information about interpretation or translation services, please call 1-800-USALEARN, 1-800-872-5327, TTY, 1-800-437-0833, or email us at ed.language.
Let's see, email us at. All right, we're going to start here. Have to do this again. I think they were probably just paying attention. When it gets down to a little bit forward, I'm going to start right here. What page is this? Page, whatever, XIV, I know. I'm going to start speaking again. Here we go.
Contents page list of exhibits. Via preface. XV key findings at the national level. Z data sources used in this report. 1 section I summary and analysis of IDEA section 618 data at the national level. 9 infants and toddlers served under IDEA. Part 100. 11 numbers and percentages of infants and toddlers birth through age 2 served under IDEA. Part 100. 12 primary early intervention service settings for infants and toddlers birth through age 2 served under IDEA. Part 100. 17 Part 100 exiting. 20 dispute resolution for infants and toddlers served under IDEA. Part 100. 22 children ages 3 through 5 served under IDEA. Part B. 27 numbers and percentages of children ages 3 through 5 served under IDEA. Part B. 28 educational environments for children ages 3 through 5, early childhood, served under IDEA. Part B. 33 special education teachers and paraprofessionals employed to serve children ages 3 through 5 under IDEA. Part B. 37 students ages 6 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B. 39 numbers and percentages of students ages 6 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B. 40 educational environments for students ages 5, school age, through 21 served under IDEA. Part B. 54 Part B participation and performance on state assessments. 60 Part B exiting. 69 special education teachers and paraprofessionals employed to serve students ages 6 through 21 under IDEA. Part B. 75 children and students ages 3 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B. 77 personnel employed to provide related services for children and students ages 3 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B. 77 disciplinary removals of children and students from their educational placements. 79 dispute resolution for children and students served under IDEA. Part B. 83 coordinated early intervening services. 87 3 contents. Continued. Page section 2. Summary and analysis of IDEA section 618 data at the state level. 89 introduction. 91 notes concerning the exhibits in section 2. 92 infants and toddlers birth through age 2 served under IDEA. Part 100. 94 Part 100 child count. 94 Part 100 primary early intervention service settings. 105 Part 100 exiting. 108 Part 100 dispute resolution. 112 children ages 3 through 5 served under IDEA. Part B. 116 Part B child count. 116 Part B educational environments. 123 Part B personnel. 131 students ages 6 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B. 134 Part B child count. 134 Part B Educational Environments, 150 Part B Participation in State Assessments, 162 Part B Exiting, 174 Part B Personnel, 181 Children and Students ages 3 through 21 served under IDEA, Part B, 184 Part B Discipline, 184 Part B Dispute Resolution, 193 Section 3. Findings and determinations resulting from reviews of state implementation of IDEA. 201 Findings and determinations resulting from reviews of state implementation of IDEA. 203 The State Performance Plan and Annual Performance Report. 203 Indicators. 204 The Determination Process. 209 Enforcement. 220 Determination Status. 221 Status of Selected Indicators. 224 IV. Contents continued. Section IV. Summary of research conducted under Part E of the Education Sciences Reform Act of 2002. 233 Section V. Summary of studies and evaluations under Section 664 of IDEA. 263 Section VI. Extent and progress of the assessment of national activities. 269 Appendix A. Infants, toddlers, children, and students served under IDEA, by age group and state. 277 Appendix B. Developmental delay data for children ages 3 through 5 and students ages 6 through 9 served under IDEA, Part B. 289 Appendix 100. IDEA, Part B. Maintenance of Effort, MOE Reduction and Coordinated Early Intervening Services, 297 V page. Exhibit 1, Exhibit 2, Exhibit 3, Exhibit 4, Exhibit 5, Exhibit 6, Exhibit 7, Exhibit 8, Exhibit 9, Exhibit 10, Exhibit 11, Exhibit 12, Exhibit 13 Number of infants and toddlers birth through age 2 served under IDEA, Part 100, and percentage of the population served, by year, Fall 2010 through Fall 2019, 12% of the population birth through age 2 served under IDEA, Part 100, by year and age group, Fall 2010 through Fall 2019, 13 Number of infants and toddlers birth through age 2 served under IDEA, Part 100, and percentage of the population served, Risk Index, Comparison Risk Index, and Risk Ratio for infants and toddlers birth through age 2 served under IDEA, Part 100, by race ethnicity, Fall 2019, 14 Cumulative number of infants and toddlers birth through age 2 served under IDEA, Part 100, in 12-month reporting period and percentage of the population served, Risk Index, Comparison Risk Index, and Risk Ratio for infants and toddlers birth through age 2 served under IDEA, Part 100, by race ethnicity, 12-month reporting period, 2018-19, 16% of infants and toddlers birth through age 2 served under IDEA, Part 100, by primary early intervention service setting, Fall 2019, 17% of infants and toddlers birth through age 2 served under IDEA, Part 100, within racial ethnic groups, by primary early intervention service setting, Fall 2019, 19% of infants and toddlers birth through age 2 served under IDEA, Part 100, by exiting category, 2018-19, 20% of infants and toddlers served under IDEA, Part 100, who reached age 3 and were eligible to exit Part 100, by Part B eligibility status, 2018-19, 21% of written, signed complaints for infants and toddlers birth through age 2 served under IDEA, Part 100, by complaint status, 2018-19, 23% of due process complaints for infants and toddlers birth through age 2 served under IDEA, Part 100, by complaint status, 2018-19, 24% of mediation requests for infants and toddlers birth through age 2 served under IDEA, Part 100, by request status, 2018-19, 25 number of children ages 3 through 5 served under IDEA, Part B, and percentage of the population served, by year, Fall 2010 through Fall 2019, 28% of children ages 3 through 5 served under IDEA, Part B, by disability category, Fall 2019, 29 Exhibits via page. Exhibits, continued. Exhibit 14, Exhibit 15, Exhibit 16, Exhibit 17, Exhibit 18, Exhibit 19, Exhibit 20, Exhibit 21, Exhibit 22, Exhibit 23, Exhibit 24, Exhibit 25. Page number of children ages 3 through 5, early childhood, served under IDEA, Part B, and percentage of the population served, risk index, comparison risk index, and risk ratio for these children. By race ethnicity, fall 2019, 31% of children ages 3 through 5, early childhood, served under IDEA. Part B, by educational environment, fall 2019, 33% of children ages 3 through 5, early childhood, served under IDEA. Part B, within racial ethnic groups, by educational environment, fall 2019, 35 number of full-time equivalent, FTE, special education teachers and number and percentage of FTE, fully certified special education teachers employed to provide special education and related services for children ages 3 through 5 served under IDEA. Part B, fall 2018, 37 number of full-time equivalent, FTE, special education paraprofessionals in number and percentage of FTE qualified special education paraprofessionals employed to provide special education and related services for children ages 3 through 5 served under IDEA. Part B, fall 2018, 38 number of students ages 6 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, and percentage of the population served by a year. Fall 2010 through fall 2019, 40% of the population ages 6 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, by year and age group. Fall 2010 through fall 2019, 41% of students ages 6 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, by disability category. Fall 2019, 42% of the population ages 6 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, by year and disability category. Fall 2010 through fall 2019, 44% of the population ages 6 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, that was reported under the category of autism, by year and age group. Fall 2010 through fall 2019, 45% of the population ages 6 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, that was reported under the category of other health impairment, by year and age group. Fall 2010 through fall 2019, 46% of the population ages 6 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, that was reported under the category of specific learning disability, by year and age group. Fall 2010 through fall 2019, 48 VA. Exhibits, continued. Exhibit 26, Exhibit 27, Exhibit 28, Exhibit 29, Exhibit 30, Exhibit 31, Exhibit 32, Exhibit 33, Exhibit 34, Exhibit 35, Exhibit 36, Exhibit 37, Exhibit 38. Page number of students ages 5, school age, through 21 served under IDEA, Part B, and percentage of the population served, risk index, comparison risk index, and risk ratio for these students. By race ethnicity, fall 2019, 49 risk ratio for students ages 5, school age, through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, within racial ethnic groups, by disability category. Fall 2019, 51% of students ages 5, school age, through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, within racial ethnic groups, by disability category. Fall 2019, 53% of students ages 5, school age, through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, by educational environment. Fall 2019, 54% of students ages 5, school age, through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, by year and educational environment. Fall 2010 through fall 2019, 56% of students ages 5, school age, through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, within disability categories, by educational environment. Fall 2019, 57% of students ages 5, school age, through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, within racial ethnic groups, by educational environment. Fall 2019, 59 percentages of students served under IDEA. Part B, in grades 3 through 8 and high school classified as participants and non-participants in state math assessments. School year 2018-19, 60 percentages of students served under IDEA. Part B, in grades 3 through 8 and high school classified as participants and non-participants in state reading assessments. School year 2018-19, 62 percentages of students served under IDEA. Part B, in grades 3 through 8 in high school who participated in state math assessments. By assessment type, school year 2018-19, 63 percentages of students served under IDEA. Part B, in grades 3 through 8 in high school who participated in state reading assessments. By assessment type, school year 2018-19, 64 numbers of states assessing students served under IDEA. Part B, in grades 3 through 8 and high school in math and median percentages of those students who were proficient. By assessment type, school year 2018-19, 66 numbers of states assessing students served under IDEA. Part B, in grades 3 through 8 and high school in reading and median percentages of those students who were proficient. By assessment type, school year 2018-19, 67 VI. Exhibits, continued, Exhibit 39, Exhibit 40, Exhibit 41, Exhibit 42, Exhibit 43, Exhibit 44, Exhibit 45, Exhibit 46, Exhibit 47, Exhibit 48, Exhibit 49. Page percentage of students ages 14 through 21 exiting IDEA, Part B, by exiting category, 2018-19, 69 percentages of students ages 14 through 21 exiting IDEA, Part B, and school, who graduated with a regular high school diploma or dropped out of school. By year, 2009-10 through 2018-19, 70 percentage of students ages 14 through 21 exiting IDEA, Part B, and school, who graduated with a regular high school diploma. By year and disability category, 2009-10 through 2018-19, 72 percentage of students ages 14 through 21 exiting IDEA, Part B, and school, who dropped out of school. By year and disability category, 2009-10 through 2018-19, 74 number of full-time equivalent, FTE, special education teachers and number and percentage of FTE, fully certified special education teachers employed to provide special education and related services for students ages 6 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, Fall 2018, 75 number of full-time equivalent, FTE, special education paraprofessionals and number and percentage of FTE qualified special education paraprofessionals employed to provide special education and related services for students ages 6 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, Fall 2018, 76 number of full-time equivalent, FTE, personnel and number and percentage of FTE, fully certified personnel employed to provide related services for children and students ages 3 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, by personnel type, Fall 2018, 77 numbers of children and students ages 3 through 21 who were served under IDEA. Part B, removed from their educational placements for disciplinary purposes, and removed per 10,000 children and students ages 3 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, by type of disciplinary removal, school year 2018-19, 79 numbers of children and students ages 3 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, who were removed to an interim alternative educational setting and suspended or expelled for more than 10 days per 10,000 children and students ages 3 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, by disability category and type of disciplinary removal, school year 2018-19, 81 percentage of written, signed complaints for children and students ages 3 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, by complaint status, 2018-19, 84 percentage of due process complaints for children and students ages 3 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, by complaint status, 2018-19, 85x. Exhibits continued. Exhibit 50, Exhibit 51, Exhibit 52, Exhibit 53, Exhibit 54, Exhibit 55, Exhibit 56, Exhibit 57, Exhibit 58, Exhibit 59, Exhibit 60, Exhibit 61, Exhibit 62. Page percentage of mediation requests for children and students ages 3 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, by request status, 2018-19. 86 number and percentage of children and students ages 3 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, in 2019 who received Coordinated Early Intervening Services, CEIS, in school years 2016-17, 2017-18, or 2018-19, fall 2019, 88% of the population birth through age 2 served under IDEA. Part 100, by year and state, fall 2010 and fall 2019, 94% of the population birth through age 2 served under IDEA. Part 100, for each racial ethnic group, by state, fall 2019, 97% of the population birth through age 2 served under IDEA. Part 100, for each racial ethnic group, cumulatively during 12-month reporting period, by state, 2018-19, 101% of infants and toddlers birthed through age 2 served under IDEA. Part 100, by year, primary early intervention service setting, and state, fall 2010 and fall 2019, 105% of infants and toddlers birthed through age 2 exiting or continuing in IDEA. Part 100, by exiting category and state, 2018-19, 108 number of written, signed complaints, due process complaints, and mediation requests for infants and toddlers per 1,000 infants and toddlers birth through age 2 served under IDEA. Part 100, by state, 2018-19, 113% of the population ages 3 through 5 served under IDEA. Part B, by year and state, fall 2010 and fall 2019, 116% of the population ages 3 through 5, early childhood, served under IDEA. Part B, for each racial ethnic group, by state, fall 2019, 119% of children ages 3 through 5, early childhood, served under IDEA. Part B, by educational environment and state, fall 2019, 123% of children ages 3 through 5, early childhood, served under IDEA. Part B, who were English learners, by educational environment and state, fall 2019, 127 number of full-time equivalent, FTE, special education teachers employed to provide special education and related services for children ages 3 through 5 per 100 children ages 3 through 5 served under IDEA. Part B, by certification status and state, fall 2018, 131x. Exhibits continued. Exhibit 63, Exhibit 64, Exhibit 65, Exhibit 66, Exhibit 67, Exhibit 68, Exhibit 69, Exhibit 70, Exhibit 71, Exhibit 72, Exhibit 73, Exhibit 74, Exhibit 75. Page percentage of the population ages 6 through 21 served under IDEA. Part B, by year and state, fall 2010 and fall 2019, 130.
Okay, so I just wanted to really just get in here and so people understand that Nevada perhaps just doesn't have the data because they haven't been servicing all children. And just want you to see what all other states do. I went through here and I just wanted to see what Nevada looked like. So I did a search about Nevada and done. I'm going to do it again. I got to search again because they didn't want me to look at it. So this one says Nevada has 178 per every 10,000 students. And then you go to the next thing. And what are they documenting here? Reporting ages of 3 to 5 students that are under IDEA Part B. So Nevada just claims that are they providing services here? Yes. For children 3 to 5, but then they say for children reported from 6 to 9 with developmental delay, they say no. How could that be? Did they all just get better? And then the next thing we're going to look at where Nevada is, they're reporting the number of children who are 3 to 21 served under IDA Part B who were suspended and out of school or expelled. Well, let's look at Nevada. It says it had 178 students. Does that look like a right number to you? It doesn't look like a right number to me, especially when you look at the community. Only 178 students. Next time we look at Nevada, they say 61% of their children are doing what? Being served by Part B. And then the next page, when we look at Nevada, they're only claiming that they removed 11 children. 11 children per every 10,000. That's a lie, too. So let's look here, because they're going to have another meeting coming up in June. What is Nevada doing here? Signed complaints under IDA. Let's see. They say they only have one. And I know I filed more than one on them. What is this two here? Due process complaints and mediation requests. They only had one. One. And this is crazy because they never just created a process in which complaints are processed. Let's see what here. They are claiming the number of children who were expelled. Nevada is claiming that they have, oh, now that might be closer to whatever, but that's a lie. No. No, Nevada's only saying that they have, which one? Oh, 1,071, which is a lie because they said they had 15,000 children go through the harbor, and if they went through the harbor, they were being removed. And when you call people to talk about the harbor, they act like you don't know what you're talking about. But I went up there in that little juvenile assessment center, which was empty, and I donated some clothes over there, and they're right on Lake Mead and Boulder Highway. And they had two girls working up in there, and law enforcement is on the other side. But they're not providing special education services, although you can be a member of the required services under the federal government and still get no services. Where's the next time we see Nevada? Okay. It says the number of children aged 3 to 21 served under IDA who were reported under the category of emotional disturbance. That's ED kids. Nevada's claiming that they have 1,071 per every 10,000 kids. I think you would take that 1,071 per every 10,000, so they have 350,000. I don't even know how that works. Is my phone ringing? I'm just trying to figure out that. Nah. But either way it goes, I just want you to understand. They're underreporting. And then let's see, where else do we have Nevada here? Oh, zeros, look. They ain't got nothing here. That's 0, 0. What is it? The number of percentage of local LEAs, the local educational agencies, or ESEAs, I don't know what that is, ESEAs, that met the requirements for Part B. And it tells you, about the allocations and the maintenance of effort right there. And then it says the increase, whatever, but Nevada hadn't met any of theirs. And then let's go to the next page where it has in Nevada. Mediation requests. And it has that. And see, this is what the federal government does. It puts your shit out there so you can stanky it and dry. This is a pretty decent number, but what is it for? It's not for the 350,000 children. The number of children who receive, number of services that are required by reserve 15% of them under the IDA funds. They have, just have a process. It's kind of like chemically, come on now. I'm tired. But I just can't let this slide because they're going to have another meeting. And you people don't even understand determination status. And I don't know what that is. Oh, you see? Here's Nevada. They need assistance of 2 or more consecutive years. Right there. Nevada is there. And if they was comparing themselves to Hawaii, there we go. Guam and the Federation of Micronesia. I don't know what that is. But hey, they need assistance. And these people have to have an intervention. But California is right there with the need of assistance. And it really doesn't matter. Let's look over here. There's Nevada again. This is a free file. You can really just download it. And Nevada's right here. Needs assistance right here. They have to have assistance. And what is that? See, they're pretending that they don't need assistance, but they're gonna have to have some assistance to utilize this money. And they keep on putting out the same funky ass conversation about, what are we gonna do with the $707 million? Please join us in our conversation about this. And I want to know. Let's join in the conversation about what you have actually done, and how can you get out of this hellhole? Because that's where you are. Because quite frankly, Nevada cannot create its own level of services for the children who are generating the money. And they're just denying access. There's Nevada right there. You know where I want to go to? The behavior stuff. I haven't seen that yet. The spirit. You can just see Nevada and the small percentage of number of children who are actually receiving these services. This is high school. What did I say about high school? Just highlight that line. Under special ed 4 to 8, we participate in state math assessments. So they're claiming they have a high percentage rate of people who are participating in the assessments, but they just don't have the data. That's real. Let me see. Most people don't understand. Everything is online. Everything is just out there for you to understand. Well, here's Nevada. I just want this one line. I don't want everything. I'm going to do this. That's it. This is a Mac, and that's why it's so different. I'm going to go right there to the end. Whatever. I can't see it. That's Nevada. A negative 66. A negative 66.5%. Yeah, but they had 136.6 who graduated. But they had a negative. I don't know how they get their numbers with this negative shit. It's real. Yep. In 2018, there were 0.3 full-time equivalents not fully certified in special education teachers employed to provide special education services related to the services for the children ages 3 to 5 per every 100. There are every 100 through age of 5. Under IDA Part B, in the 52 states which the data was available for, all states, the ratio was smaller than one full-time equivalent, but not fully certified special education teacher per every 100. And it really doesn't matter, because it's just showing Nevada has 1-to-1, and that's a lie. Nevada doesn't have it. And Nevada just does whatever it wants to do. Let's stop this share and see what else we have to share on the screen. Share. Because there were some other interesting things here. What happened to that transition one? I know I've seen it. It's not that one. I don't even see it anymore. It went away. What do we have here? Files, and we have... Oh, I don't want to do that. Just get out of here. This is what tired looks like, because I am tired. But I am not tired enough to sit down and let them do whatever it is they choose to do. Because they want to, and that's just real. There it is right there. I don't know how we missed this. I want to share this one. Share the screen. There we go. You see, I want everybody to get online and just download this. Where's the select all? And just listen to what it is. And you just go here. You say start to speech. It's just talking to you.
A TRANSITIO to post-secondary education and employment for students and youth with disabilities, Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services, United States Department of Education, revised August 2020, and guide. U.S. Department of Education Betsy DeVos Secretary Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services Mark Schultz delegated the duties of the Assistant Secretary for Special Education and Rehabilitative Services August 2020, initially issued January 2017. This report is in the public domain. Authorization to reproduce it in whole or in part is granted. While permission to reprint this publication is not necessary, the citation should be U.S. Department of Education, Department, Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services, A Transition Guide to Post-Secondary Education and Employment for Students and Youth with Disabilities, Washington, D.C., 2020. Other than statutory and regulatory requirements included in the document, the contents of this guidance do not have the force and effect of law and are not meant to bind the public in any way. This document is intended only to provide clarity to the public regarding existing requirements under the law or agency policies. To obtain copies of this report, visit https://www.ed.gov/offices/list/osers/transition-guide-2020.pdf. Availability of alternate formats on request. This publication is available in alternate formats, such as Braille, large print or audio tape. Requests should be submitted to the Alternate Format Center by calling 202-260-0852 or by contacting the 504 coordinator via email at ofo_eeos@ed.gov. Other than statutory and regulatory requirements included in the document, the contents of this guidance do not have the force and effect of law and are not meant to bind the public in any way. This document is intended only to provide clarity to the public regarding existing requirements under the law or agency policies. All examples were prepared by American Institutes for Research under contract to the Department's Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services (OSERS) with information provided by grantees and others. The examples provided in this guide do not necessarily reflect the views or policies of the Department. The Department has not independently verified the content of these examples and does not guarantee accuracy or completeness. Not all of the activities described in the examples are necessarily funded under Parts B or D of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA, or under the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, Rehabilitation Act, as amended by Title IV of the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, WIOA. The inclusion of the information in these examples is not intended to reflect a determination by the Department that the practices are effective or that any activity, product, program, intervention, model, or service mentioned may be supported with IDEA or Rehabilitation Act funds. The inclusion of these examples is for informational purposes only and should not be construed as an endorsement of any views, organization, product, or program by the Department or the U.S. government. With respect to references to the Rehabilitation Act, this guide addresses provisions authorized under Titles A, V, and VI of the Rehabilitation Act. The references to the Rehabilitation Act in this guide, including the examples, refer primarily to Title I of the Rehabilitation Act. This guide also makes reference to Section 504, which is part of Title V of the Rehabilitation Act and which addresses non-discrimination on the basis of disability against qualified individuals with disabilities rather than the authorization of programs administered by the State Vocational Rehabilitation Agency. Contents Preface IV 1. Transition Planning, Opportunities and Programs to Prepare Students with Disabilities for Success. 1 Overview. 1 Transition Planning. 1 Education and Training Opportunities. 2 Dual or Concurrent Enrollment Program. 3 Early College High School. 4 Summary of Performance. 4 Employment Opportunities. 4 Conclusion. Connections help achieve desired careers. 7. 2. Transition Services and Requirements. IDEA and the Rehabilitation Act 8 Overview 8 Transition Services for Students under IDEA 8 Transition Services for Students and Youth with Disabilities under the Rehabilitation Act 12 Distinctions between new terms 13 Coordination and collaboration between State Educational Agency, SEA, and VR Agency 16 Youth with Disabilities no longer in school 18 Examples to consider. States are coordinating transition services 20 Conclusion. Coordination is required 20. 3. Options after leaving secondary school, education and employment goals 23 Overview 23 Post-secondary education and training options 23 Rights and responsibilities in post-secondary education and training 25 Post-secondary employment options 29 Types of employment outcomes authorized under the Rehabilitation Act 30 Conclusion. Know your options to Plan 33. 4. Supporting student-made decisions. Preparation for adult life 34 Overview 34 Setting high expectations for secondary school students with disabilities 34 Person-centered planning 35 Addressing students' social and emotional needs 35 Providing the student and youth with support to make their decisions 36 Making informed choices 37 Conclusion. Student empowerment advances career decision-making 38 Glossary of terms and notes 4051-3. Preface to assist students and youth with disabilities in achieving their post-school and career goals. Congress enacted 2 key statutes that address the provision of transition services: the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA, and the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, Rehabilitation Act, as amended by Title IV of the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, WIOA. Both the IDEA and the Rehabilitation Act require transition services be made available to students and youth with disabilities as they prepare for and enter post-secondary life. Both laws also make clear that transition services require a coordinated set of activities within an outcome-oriented process that relies upon active student involvement, family engagement, and cooperative implementation of transition activities, as well as coordination and collaboration between the Vocational Rehabilitation (VR) Agency, the State Educational Agency (SEA), and the local educational agencies (LEAs), to aid in a seamless transition from school to post-school activities. This transition guide addresses the following topics: transition planning, opportunities and programs, transition services and requirements, as authorized by IDEA and the Rehabilitation Act, education and employment options for students and youth with disabilities after leaving secondary school, and supporting the decisions made by students and youth with disabilities. As students and youth with disabilities prepare to transition to adult life, we must do everything we can to provide them with the information, services, and supports they need to ensure that they have the opportunity to achieve their goals. We hope this transition guide will also help students and youth with disabilities and their families to better understand how the SEA, the LEA, and the VR agency work together to facilitate improved outcomes for students and youth with disabilities. If you have questions about this transition resource guide, please submit them to trguidequestions@eda.gov. Sincerely, S. Mark Schultz. IV delegated the duties of the Assistant Secretary for Special Education and Rehabilitative Services. 1. Transition planning, opportunities and programs to prepare students with disabilities for success. Overview. As a student approaches the time to leave high school, it is important that preparations for adult life are well underway. For early transition planning and active participation in decision-making to occur for students with disabilities, members of the planning team need to be well informed about the student's abilities, needs, and available services. This section highlights educational opportunities, credentials, and employment strategies designed to assist students with disabilities while in school to prepare for a meaningful post-secondary education and/or thriving career. Transition planning. A truly successful transition process is the result of comprehensive team planning that is driven by the dreams, desires, and abilities of youth. A transition plan provides the basic structure for preparing an individual to live, work, and play in the community as fully and independently as possible. 1 Local educational agencies, LEAs, and state vocational rehabilitation, VR, agencies participate in planning meetings to assist students and family members to make critical decisions about the stage of the student's life and his or her future post-school goals. During the planning process, schools and VR agencies work together to identify the transition needs of students with disabilities, such as the need for assistive or rehabilitation technology, orientation and mobility services or travel training, and career exploration through vocational assessments or work experience opportunities. The Individualized Education Program, IEP, developed under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA, for each student with a disability must address transition services requirements beginning not later than the first IEP to be in effect when the child turns 16 or younger if determined appropriate by the IEP team, and must be updated annually thereafter. The IEP must include 1. APPROPRITEMEASURABLEPOSTSECONTARYGOALSBASEDUPONAGE appropriate transition assessments related to training, education, employment, and, where appropriate, independent living skills, and 2. The transition services, including courses study needed to assist students with a disability in reaching those goals. While the IDEA statutes and regulations refer to courses of study, they are but one example of appropriate transition services. Examples of independent living skills to consider when developing post-secondary goals include self-advocacy, management of the home and personal finances, and the use of public information. A transition guide to post-secondary education and employment for students and youth with disabilities education and training opportunities. There are a number of opportunities and programs available for students preparing to exit secondary school. Many of these education and training opportunities involve formal or informal connections between educational, VR, employment, training, social services, and health services agencies, specifically high schools, career centers, community colleges, four-year colleges and universities, and state technical colleges are key partners. These partners offer federal, state, and local funds to assist a student preparing for post-secondary education. Further, research suggests that enrollment in more rigorous, academically intense programs, e.g., Advanced Placement, AP, International Baccalaureate, IB, or dual enrollment in high school prepares students, including those with low achievement levels, to enroll in persistent post-secondary education at higher rates than similar students who pursue less challenging courses of study. 2. The following are examples of exiting options, programs, and activities that may be available as IEP teams develop IEPs to prepare the student for the transition to adult life. Regular high school diploma. The term regular high school diploma, A, means the standard high school diploma awarded to the preponderance of students in the state that is fully aligned with state standards, or a higher diploma, except that a regular high school diploma shall not be aligned to the alternate academic achievement standards, and B, does not include a recognized equivalent of a diploma, such as a general equivalency diploma, certificate of completion, certificate of attendance, or similar lesser credential. The vast majority of students with disabilities should have access to the same high-quality academic coursework as all other students in the state that reflects grade-level content for the grade in which the student is enrolled and that enables them to participate in assessments aligned with grade-level achievement standards. Alternate high school diploma. Some students with the most significant cognitive disabilities may be awarded a state-defined alternate high school diploma based on alternate academic achievement standards, but that diploma must be standards-based. See the definition of alternate diploma in the glossary of terms, glossary. Working towards an alternate diploma sometimes causes delay or keeps the student from completing the requirements for a regular high school diploma. However, students with the most significant cognitive disabilities who are working towards an alternate diploma must receive instruction that is aligned with the state's challenging academic content standards and that promotes their involvement and progress in the general education curriculum, consistent with the IDEA. Further, States must continue to make a free appropriate public education, FAPE, available to any student with a disability who graduates from high school with a credential other than a regular high school diploma, such as an alternate diploma, general educational development, GED, or certificate of 2. A transition guide to post-secondary education and employment for students and youth with disabilities completion. While FAPE under the idea does not include education beyond grade 12, states and school districts are required to continue to offer to develop and implement an IEP for an eligible student with a disability who graduates from high school with a credential other than a regular high school diploma until the student has exceeded the age of eligibility for FAPE under state law. Depending on state law which sets the state's upper age limit for FAPE, the entitlement to FAPE under idea of a student with a disability who has not graduated high school with a regular high school diploma could last until the student's 22nd birthday. Note, however, that some state laws may address the provision of educational services to individuals with disabilities beyond their 22nd birthday. IEPs for students with disabilities could include transition services in the form of coursework at a community college or other post-secondary institution, provided that the state recognizes the coursework as secondary school education under state law. Secondary school education does not include education that is beyond grade 12 and must meet state education standards. See the definition of secondary school in the glossary. Dual or concurrent enrollment program. Increasingly, states and school districts are permitting students to participate in dual or concurrent enrollment programs while still in high school. The term dual or concurrent enrollment program refers to a partnership between a post-secondary education institution and a local school district in which the student who has not yet graduated from high school with a regular high school diploma is able to enroll in one or more post-secondary courses and earn post-secondary credit. The credit S can be transferred to the college or university in a partnership and applied toward completion of a degree or recognized educational credential, which the student would earn after leaving high school. Programs are offered both on campuses of colleges or universities, or in high school classrooms. As with all students taking classes at post-secondary institutions, students with disabilities who have IEPs must meet the post-secondary institution's criteria to take the class. Comprehensive Transition Programs, CTPs, are a type of post-secondary education. CTPs offered at institutions of higher education, IHEs, provide inclusive, academic, social, and career and technical education programs for individuals with intellectual disabilities seeking a post-secondary or college experience and career path. Participation in a CTP may generate academic credit leading to a post-secondary credential or degree. These programs embrace high expectations and provide valuable opportunities for individuals with intellectual disabilities to gain skills that will maximize their opportunities for achieving employment, including competitive integrated employment. After exiting high school, students can enroll in CTPs on a full-time basis. Additionally, since CTPs are a type of post-secondary education program, students may be able to dually enroll in CTPs while still attending secondary school if the IHE will enroll high school students to take CTP classes. If under state law, attending classes at a post-secondary institution, whether auditing or for credit, is considered secondary school education for students in grade 12 or below, and the education provided meets applicable state standards. Those services can be designated as transition services on a student's IEP and paid for with IDEA Part B funds consistent with the student's entitlement to FAPE. 3. A transition guide to post-secondary education and employment for students and youth with disabilities. Dual enrollment can be a helpful option for students in facilitating their transition from secondary school to post-secondary education and the workforce. For further information on dual enrollment and CTPs, please see Increasing Post-Secondary Opportunities and Success for Students and Youth with Disabilities, issued by the Department on September 17, 2019 at https://www.ed.gov/policy/spect/ed/increasing-post-secondary-opportunities-and-success-09.pdf Early college high school. The term early college high school refers to a partnership between at least one school district and at least one college or university that allows a student to simultaneously complete requirements toward earning a regular high school diploma and earn not less than 12 credits that are transferable to the college or university within the partnership as part of his or her course of study toward a post-secondary degree or credential at no cost to the student or student's family. Summary of performance. A summary of performance (SOP) is required for each student with an IEP whose eligibility for services under IDEA terminates due to graduation from secondary school with a regular high school diploma or due to exceeding the age of eligibility for FAPE under state law. The school district must provide the student with a summary of the student's academic achievement and functional performance that includes recommendations on how to assist the student in meeting the student's post-secondary goals. This summary of the student's achievement and performance can be used to assist the student in accessing post-secondary education and/or employment services. Employment opportunities. Community-based work experiences. Whether the student's next step is employment or entering a post-secondary training or an educational program, it is important for students with disabilities to obtain as much work experience as possible to prepare for adult life. The National Collaborative on Workforce and Disability for Youth, NCWD, reports that the value of the work experience, whether paid or unpaid work, helps students acquire jobs at higher wages after they graduate, and promotes students who participate in occupational education and special education in integrated settings to be competitively employed more than students who have not participated in such activities. NCWD also recommends that a student with a disability participate in multiple work-based learning experiences and those experiences be directly related to the student's education program. 3 Community-based work experiences, such as internships, apprenticeships, and other on-the-job training experiences, provide increased opportunities for students to learn a specific job, task, or skill at and for. A transition guide to post-secondary education and employment for students and youth with disabilities integrated employment site, and to transfer the knowledge gained to real-time work experiences. To learn more about the value of community-based work experiences, visit http://www.ncwd-youthinfo/ VR agencies provide a variety of community-based work experiences and on-the-job training services to students and youth with disabilities on a case-by-case basis under the VR program. The VR counselor and the student or youth with a disability will identify a specific vocational goal to determine whether a community-based work experience is a necessary service for the student or youth with disability to achieve an employment outcome in competitive integrated employment or supported employment. Competitive integrated employment is employment with earnings comparable to those paid to individuals without disabilities in a setting that allows them to interact with individuals who do not have disabilities. Supported employment is competitive integrated employment or employment in an integrated work setting in which individuals with the most significant disabilities are working on a short-term basis toward competitive integrated employment while receiving ongoing support services in order to support and maintain those individuals in employment. See the glossary for more extensive definitions of these terms. Community-based work experiences allow the student or youth with a disability to explore potential careers related to the specific vocational goal, potential workplace environments and demands, and other aspects of the work. These experiences offer the student opportunities to gain first-hand knowledge of a particular job skill or to learn the culture of day-to-day employment. These experiences can be offered in lieu of, or to supplement, vocational training or educational programs, or as a standalone service. To ensure the success of community-based work experiences, VR agencies are encouraged to develop agreements with employers and the student or youth with a disability that describe the training objectives, services to be provided, timelines, and financial responsibilities necessary for a successful community-based work experience. The following list describes work-based strategies used to enhance competitive integrated employment opportunities for students and youth with disabilities. Internships are formal agreements whereby a student or youth is assigned specific tasks in a workplace over a predetermined period of time. Internships can be paid or unpaid, depending on the nature of the agreement with the company and the nature of the tasks. 4 Internships are usually temporary on-the-job work experiences. They not only provide individuals, including students and youth with disabilities, actual work experience and the opportunity to develop skills, but also the opportunity to determine if the type of work involved is in keeping with the individual's career interests, abilities and goals. There is no guarantee that an internship will lead to a permanent employment offer. However, VR counselors refer students or youth with a disability to an internship to increase their employment opportunities. The internship experience is frequently enriched by the provision of services or supports, such as transportation and vocational counseling, as described in an approved individualized plan for employment (IPE) under the VR program. For more information on IPS, see page 16 of this guide. 5. A Transition Guide to Post-Secondary Education and Employment for Students and Youth with Disabilities. Mentorships. A young person with or without a disability may participate in a mentoring relationship to hone his or her occupational skills and work habits. The business community describes mentoring as an employee training system under which a senior or more experienced individual, the mentor, is assigned as an advisor, counselor, or guide to a junior or trainee, mentee. The mentor is responsible for providing support to, and feedback.
Okay, so I just want to talk about this mentoring piece because, quite frankly, Nevada's getting ready to have a meeting. I can't get there. It's not going to let me go there. But that's okay. They're getting ready to have a meeting, and the meeting is about mentoring. Go here, and then you go to boards and councils. Mission home. Oh no, it doesn't want to let me do that. We're going to try up here then. Oh, it's telling me my site cannot be reached. I do not have a proxy. No, we love that shit. Let me see. Here we go. They're not going to let me get up there. Entering. Let me see. No, these are just city towns. They don't want to get me in the government site. I'm not understanding. We go back up here. I have to check something here. Not letting me in. Welcome to Syslug's Boards and Council. Got application board vacancies. Let's see. I'm not clocked out of there, huh? Look, there's a board. How many? Well, they got 6 vacancies on the Advisory Board for Juvenile Justice and Oversight. Can you believe that? They got 6 vacancies. 6. They've got 1 vacancy on the Autism Board, 1 for Automotive and Behavioral Health. They have 3 vacancies. But I wanted to go to the one that had mentoring, and I don't see it right here. Commission on Aging, Commission on Education, Homeland Security, Professional Standards. Look at all these empty positions. That means people are jumping and running. Early Childhood Advisory. I should look for the one that I'm looking for. It's mentoring, because we're going to have a meeting. Mining. No. Yeah, this is crazy because this is 2022. So, take the main content. Okay. Boards. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go to state agencies here. NEDA. That's where I'm trying to go. Not there either. It just is. Let me go here first. Get here. Then I'm going to go events. Here we go. They have meetings. They have 44 up and coming meetings. And that's not one. That's not the one. Not that one. Not that one. I'm looking. Oh, they got a standing committee meeting on June 15th for Committee on Education. Sign in. Listening. Signing in. Signing in. That was June 15th. Add this one to my calendar. Here it is in my calendar pumps up. Okay, and something's wrong with this calendar anyway. But it's okay. Like this is how you have email. You want to have some comments. Oh, this is the one I want now. I'm gonna go back. Go back here. I did not get to the ones I want to have. It doesn't really matter because I promise you, everything's about the data. And since Nevada has not done anything around data, they've got a long way to go. And that's just real. And that's the one I'm mentoring. They've got all their little meetings scheduled all the way out. But it's still into the one I'm mentoring. I have to go to the meetings page. Schedule meetings. No, that's not the one I want to see. I want to go to events. Events. Let's see the calendar. That's what I want to see. Where's the calendar? Tired. Somebody called me, asked me, was I a lobbyist? I thought that shit was a joke. Anyways, I think I'm about to stop right now. It's important. I'm gonna try and go on those PDFs and then add this to the video with the explanation box so you can look at the video, the PDFs on your own. Everybody's just gotta level up. And I'm waiting for people to do that. So y'all have a great evening. I'm in the meeting now for all.